I feel like I'm in a completely different dimension of consciousness, of reality. It's weird to explain, but every breath I take is just pure flow. And it wasn't like this before. The reason I've stopped posting on YouTube for 2 to 3 months is because it got to a point where every single video of mine felt like a chore. It felt like something I didn't want to do, but something I had to do. Why? Because of my overthinking. How were you overthinking? Because you were doing it, right? Yeah, I was doing it, but I was scripting every fucking video, word for word. And that was probably because of the blessing and the curse that I have. Fuck off, airplane. That's probably because of the airplane. That's probably because of the authentic. That's probably because. Am I gonna edit this? Fuck it. That's probably because of the vivid imagination that I have. If you have a vivid imagination, which you probably most definitely do because you clicked on this video, that is the reason for your overthinking. You are an intelligent, creative, extremely smart being. And because of that, because of your intelligence, you don't know the difference between real life and a thought. And when you start, really, really caring about something like a project or whatever, you can't help but generate negative thoughts about that. It's like a mother, right? A mother when she has a child, my nose is itching like a motherfucker. I love being out in nature, but goddamn, as I was saying, a mother when she has a child, do you know the kind of fucked up shit that she thinks about when it comes to the child? Like, she thinks about her child dying in the most horrific, horrible ways. Why? Because she just loves that child so much, and her brain is trying to think of all possible scenarios where that baby can meet its demise. And obviously her brain is creating these scenarios so it doesn't happen, so she's aware of it, right? That's the same thing that's happening with anything that you hold dear and that you're attached to. Literally, you guys don't understand, like, the idea of having like 100k followers or 1 million on blah blah blah. I was putting it on a pedestal, and therefore I could never get to it. Now I'm thinking, fuck that. All I care about is you. All I care about is the people that are in my tribe. All I want to do is share authentically. This overthinking problem has literally been the bottleneck to my success for far too long. And it's probably the same with you. If you are holding that project of yours on a pedestal, you will never fucking get it. Do you hear me? There's a difference between manifesting something and feeling charged by something every single day that you feel that it's just around the corner, and seeing something as like, oh yeah, I have this dream, man, and like one day, blah blah blah. You keep that energy. You have to live your life as if you are already there. When I was manifesting my 2 million, my 2.7 million followers on TikTok, all I was doing every single fucking night, I was looking at my phone and I was imagining I had I think it was on like 87k or something like that, and I was just looking at it and imagining it as 2.0 M, just the M, 3M, 4M, like just imagining it so hard that I was delusionally optimistic about it, to the point where I got fired from my job. I told you guys this in a few episodes back. I got fired from my job, and I was like, fuck it, it's all right. I'm gonna blow up soon. It's cool. It's like, literally, it's happened. Time just hasn't caught up yet. That is the viewpoint that you must hold, that you must harbor in order to manifest things into reality. But for most of us overthinkers who have this vivid imagination, the blessing of this vivid imagination is that you're able to, like I did, literally program yourself into thinking that you will win. But the curse, on the flip side of that, the curse is you can find yourself, like I did for the past year, focusing on negative, focusing on, oh shit, what if this, what if that, blah blah blah, and making it a reality in your mind. So I'm back now, and I'm gonna be doing daily uploads just like this. Just fucking unscripted. I don't care what anybody has to say. I'm just giving myself authentically, freely, and I want to be your friend, bro. That's really all. I'm literally speaking to my friend right now. I'm not going to be scripting shit. I don't want to have fans. Fuck fans. I want brothers. I want sisters. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I want a real fan base of people who just fuck with me for me. And along the way, I give you value through my thoughts, my lessons, and my adventures, bro. That's all I'm gonna be doing, because I've been boxing myself in for too long. You have been boxing yourself in for too long. Stop boxing yourself in your own mind, in your own maze, thinking the same thoughts repetitively over and over and over again. The shit is boring, bro. Do you want to live the same day for the rest of your life? Because that's what we're on track to doing, me and you. Unless, well, not me, because I've done the work to get out of it now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you, on the other hand, we gotta have a talk. Because at the end of the day, you do know, unless you do the work, 95% of your thoughts are repeated. We have 80,000 thoughts in a day, in any given day, and 95% of those bitches are repeated. And you already know the quote. I don't even have to tell you. Our thoughts create our reality. So therefore you're experiencing the same reality again and again and again and again and again, and you'll never get to the place that you fantasize about in the other maybe 5% of your day. So over the past 2 to 3 months, I went all in on solving this problem, eliminating this overthinking mindset from my life. And I just want to share everything that I went through in order to get to this state, which is pure daily flow, not as much, like a lot more self-control, a lot less anxiety, a lot less emotional instability, and just, yeah, bro, more vibes, more fun. So when I first decided to completely go all in on eliminating overthinking from my life, I first of all came off of social media. I came off of anything that would implant more thoughts into my mind. So social media gone, music even gone, just for a bit. No, that was a lie. I didn't get rid of music. I just got rid of rap. You know what I'm saying? Because rap that's the shit that will implant negative shit sometimes. But I did listen to a lot of lo-fi, a lot of water flute, and I came back to listening to rap when Kendrick dropped Euphoria. Anyway, I had to ask myself, how did I overcome this problem in the past? Because I did. And it's exactly how I was able to flip the negative momentum that I'm used to when it comes to this overthinking problem, the curse side of it, and flip it to the blessing side of it. Use my vivid imagination for delusional optimism. How did I do that? Psychedelics. I don't condone. I don't promote the use of, but that's how I did it. I didn't know that was going to be the effect, but at the end of the day, that's the thing that made me realize something fucking crucial. Perfectionism is not a blessing. Perfectionism is a fucking lazy way to live and work. And that's something that our society does not say. You know, you already know your perfectionist friend that's like, oh, you know me, man, I'm a perfectionist. If the other people are cool, just slapping. That's not me. I have a different standard. But at the end of the day, bro, it's just a fucking excuse to produce less. There's a reason to the saying, good is better than perfect, because perfect never gets done, right? But why does perfect never get done? Because the perfectionist is fucking scared of his work. He's scared of offending somebody. This is deep down shit. The perfectionist will never tell you this, but the perfectionist is actually just scared. It's fear of failure in disguise. This is coming from a former perfectionist, coming from somebody who couldn't bring myself to write a page of my book or come here and do a YouTube video without scripting the whole fucking thing. Hey, I was just scared, bro. I was just, honestly, it wasn't a conscious thing. I didn't know what I was afraid of, but now I understand that it was fear of rejection from my tribe. I had to break that belief, man, that perfectionism is a good thing, because maybe perfectionism is a good thing, like when you take action, but most of the time you never take action, because perfection is a fallacy. It's an illusion that you're never going to get to, which kind of brings me to my second point, which is my second revelation. When I started my meditations and I started to really go deep into where this perfectionism issue came from, and I started to understand that, all right, cool, it's come from the fact that my mum, being a young mum, wanted me as her child to, god damn it, this fucking hay fever's killing me. I'm here trying to talk about deep shit. talk about fucking trauma, like mummy trauma, mummy issues, and I'm here with hay fever. This is killing me. This is killing my seriousness. Okay, I grew up with a young mum. That young mum used me to prove to everybody else that she was competent. How did she do that? By installing into me that you can't fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though she didn't say that viscerally, she didn't say that directly, she said that through the times where I didn't get the best grade in maths, or I got 19 out of 20 instead of 20 out of 20 in my spellings. But that's why I am an incredible speller. INCREDIBELE, I think. Incredible, because of her undying kind of pursuit of perfection in her child. She didn't allow me to stay out late. She didn't allow me to loiter on the streets. She didn't allow me to fucking celebrate Halloween, because she said that's a devil holiday, that, which I understand, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? We know that now. She knows that now. But the point was, I never actually got permission to fuck up. So that led me to my second revelation, which was, I need to give myself permission to fuck up. How many times have I fucked up in this video? I don't know. I can't even count. I've sneezed because of my hay fever. Bruv, I didn't bring my headphone. I didn't bring my microphone that I usually speak into. Well, I did, but I didn't bring my batteries. I've been stumbling over myself. I used to have a stutter that when I was a child, and so maybe that was the reason why I didn't feel like I was competent enough to just speak on camera without having a whole script. This is the biggest threat that humanity faces, isn't it? The highlight reel effect. The thing of, oh, I can't fuck up because everybody's watching me. Everybody's judging me. Which just isn't the case, because they're too busy thinking the same thing about themselves. It's ridiculous. And in a sense, when you come out of something like that and you're on the other side looking at your past self, you're just like, how was I functioning like that for so long? Because it's such a miserable existence, man. Like, you have to allow yourself to make mistakes in order to create anything. You have to. It's part of the beautiful journey. Like, you need to. If you don't, what the fuck is the point in even going on the journey in the first place? If this shit, like, every single movie that you've ever watched ever that was any good has some conflict. I want to be a YouTuber, and then something happens that, you know, fucks up the process, and I have to overcome that hurdle in order to become this YouTuber or whatever. Life is made of that same plot of beginning with the character with a certain desire, and he goes through this mad mission. It's all storytelling. It's part of the human psychology. We learn through stories. Stories are literally just narratives of people trying to get to a certain place, but fuck ups arise. Do you get what I'm saying? It's part of life, and there's no way you can live your life the way you want to if you are attached to your failures or attached to a certain outcome. So after these revelations, I basically thought I was healed, right? I thought, this is it. I can go back to my YouTube. It's okay for me to fuck up. I give myself permission to make mistakes. This is how you create. I'm no longer a perfectionist. I don't abide by that. I'm literally just creating, right? But when I went to go and make my next YouTube video, I hit the same roadblock. I couldn't stop overcomplicating the process of making a fucking video. I had to script. I had to, you know, optimize the video for this and that and blah, blah, blah. I thought I had a mental condition, guys. Like, truly. So I said, I'm just going to walk away from this one more time and I'm going to go on a walk, man. I can't do this anymore. If it wasn't for that walk, guys, if I'm being honest, you lot wouldn't see this video. I probably wouldn't have gone back on YouTube, if I'm being honest. Because in that walk, I had the most insane realization. And it came from a leaf. It came from, let me pick a leaf. This one. Yoink. A leaf like this big came up. I was about to say came up to me. The leaf this big fell. Like, I remember walking and it fell on the ground. And something told me to pick this leaf up or whatever. As I was observing this leaf, look how cool this leaf looks, right? It was very, very similar to this leaf. It had all the veins and chlorophyll and shit. And it reminded me of this video that I watched years ago, and it was about how chlorophyll is responsible for obviously everything on Earth being the way that it is now on land. And apparently algae that these little small single-celled organisms that lived in the ocean, literally one by one created oxygen molecules and just released it into the atmosphere one by one, literally one by one. And over millions of years, these chlorophyll particles that was only in single-celled organisms of algae at the time was able to transform this whole Earth through these small little oxygen molecules that it was producing. And then over time, obviously, it was able to move, chlorophyll was able to move from the small little single-celled organisms of algae to trees and plants and grass and all of this shit. All of this happened in like one little thought, by the way, but it was like a oh my God moment, because I realized you can overcomplicate every single thing on Earth. That's actually the easy thing to do. But the hard thing to do is to limit yourself, limit how much you know, and instead of going out and finding more information, take action on what you do know. Just take action. So for example, if I'm speaking to a future YouTuber here, yeah, if I'm speaking to a future TikToker or whatever, chances are if you're watching this video, you're overcomplicating it and thinking, fuck, what should I make videos on? What's my niche gonna be? This, that, and the third. Guys, don't worry about what you don't know. If you want to be a YouTuber, truly, if you actually do, then all you need to know is how to press record on your phone and how to press upload on YouTube. That's it. That's all you need to know. And then you can figure the shit out as you go along. This is the beauty of life. You don't understand something and then, you struggle for a little bit, and through the process of action and making mistakes, you find out what it's about. And yeah, you're thinking, yeah, maybe I could stop myself from making those mistakes if I just learned it. And yeah, maybe. But guess what? You're increasing the chance of you not even starting in the first place, because it's so hard to take action on 3 to 4 things that you know rather than the one thing that you know, and then figuring out the other 2 to 3 things as you go along. Fuck information, bro. You have to understand that we're living in a time of information overload. Everybody knows everything, but nobody is implementing it. Because people love to learn. We love to hoard information, but not many of us actually want to take action on that information. So I don't know if that last point helped you as much as it helped me, but essentially all I was saying was you need to simplify your life in order to gain momentum. You need to simplify those actions in order to actually do them. You can't have it both ways of knowing everything about a topic and then trying to take a step in that direction. Because when you take a step in that direction, you're now too self-aware of everything that you're doing wrong, because you're bound to do things wrong. Yeah? So I don't know how long this video is. I don't know, but I'm just glad that I was able to get in front of the camera like I've been wanting to do for months and just conquer this for myself. I made a course recently, and don't worry, it's not like a 997 course or whatever. It's literally, I call it the Inner World Reset. And it's basically me holding your hand through the process of silencing the head noise and reclaiming control of your mind, entering the realm of flow. Because if there's one thing I want my tribe to be about, it's about living in their life. It's about not being an NPC and breaking the matrix through your conscious attention, your conscious awareness. That's why in all of my other videos, I made sure that in every single video, my main thing was make sure you're taking notes and implementing this into your life. Because the last thing I want is for you to watch this video and then go and click on another fucking video and waste another, 10-20 minutes. That's not helpful. That's literally wasting your most precious fucking resource, which is your time and attention. I don't think I've swore this much in a video before, but this is the real me, mate. You know what I'm saying? What's that Alan Watts saying? I think Terrence Howard said it the other day. One must have a balance of rascality and beneficence to them. Like, we, in the spiritual community, I'm probably going to make a video on this very soon, but in the spiritual community, we love to act like we're all this love and light people, but that's not human nature. Human nature is the light and the dark, the hope and the struggle. Do you understand? So be real. This has been your boy Kaizen. Enroll in the Inner World Reset if you've really been fucking mentally masturbating over this problem of overthinking, and you just want to put an end to it in 7 days, because that's how long it is. It's literally a 7-day course designed to dissolve the anxious mind. And I've had the reason I'm able to sell this to you is because I had a small group of people that I was developing it with, and all of them said that it changed their lives. All of them. So yeah, that helped me in selling it, because I'm not usually a seller. I'm not usually somebody who's able to say out loud, hey man, buy this thing from me. But hey, we're evolving together, bro. So this is the start of a new chapter in our lives, people. You know what I'm saying? This is the start of living your life through one guiding principle, which is everything will happen the way it's supposed to happen, as long as you follow your heart and trust the universe. Trust in God, man. I know not a lot of us agree on what is God and this and that or blah, blah, blah. It's source. It's divinity. It's the sun. Do you understand? The source of all energy that creates this one whole great big being that I'm speaking to another version of me through, or multiple versions of me through different places in the world. It's insane. I'm probably not gonna add that bit because it sounded a bit crazy. Nah, fuck it. This is the start of the new fucking era, man. I'm done with that, bro. I'm done with cutting it out. I'm done with all perfectionism, expectation, and overcomplication. I'm embracing my mission. You know what I'm saying? So tune in for daily uploads eventually. Let your boy get there first. Maybe I'm gonna do like 1 this week, then 2 next week, then 3 the next week. But we're gonna get to the daily upload schedule very, very soon. But as I always say, my peeps, embrace duality. We back, baby. I love you so much. I love you so much. And this is amazing. Your boy has gained his soul back.